He always say, take 3 wishes. And in those 3 wishes, it never turns out the way it's supposed to turn out. Right. Just like hip-hop, it never turns out the way it comes, because it comes from original root. Right. And if you don't understand the original root to it, it's gonna be a curse. Right. The streets is a curse. It has no boundaries. Just say snitch. It always was snitching in the street.
Yeah, I want to talk about that with you.
It been snitching in the streets since the streets been the streets.
So is there such thing as a code?
It ain't no code. You make a code. You don't come to the street and the street come up to you and say, the street don't jump out of its element and say, yo, we got a code here. It's the people that make that code.
Right, but was it ever a code to the streets?
It can't be a code. It only got its elements. Elements is not a code. It's just the elements of the street. The cops, the snitching, the bad guys, the jostlers, the all kinds of mess going on in the street. How is there a code? That's chaos and anarchy. It ain't no code in chaos and anarchy.
Well, let me ask you a question, right? Isn't it true that back in the 1920s, 30s, 40s, 50s, maybe there was a code?
The code came from the mob.
The mob, right? The mafia, right?
The mob came up with a code, and they code didn't even last. They start doing the same thing in the elements of what's going on today. It can't be a code. It's only a rule. Because without a rule, it remains anarchy and chaos.
So you saying there are street rules?
You make a rule because you don't want the anarchy and chaos.
Right, okay.
If you don't come up anywhere you go, job titles, anything, they make a rule. Right. Because rules keep it civilized. Right. When they made these codes, they try to make it civilized. You can't make something civilized out of chaos. And chaos and anarchy is chaos and anarchy. Peace and harmony is peace and harmony. You can't change those things. You can try to put a little butter on it, a little sauce here and there, but again, it's the ashes from the fire that burns in the flames. It's that heat that's going to melt you, homie. It's those flames. I'm telling you, because the ashes is what burns up, comes from the burning, right? Okay. Them ashes sits there in the lost pages of hip-hop.
So back to Bambaataa, what?
That's what I was gonna say. Right. Bambaataa is an ash from the flame. Now look, get in here. Now we're gonna go to the snitching thing, right? Remember when we talked about snitching? All right, you say, right? They say, there was a code in the street. The street don't have a code. We made a code, but not realizing that we making a code for something that doesn't exist. All right? For something that never gonna exist. The street didn't belong to us. So we making a code for something that don't even belong to us. You see what I'm saying? When we start making codes in the street, we got that from the mob.
Yep.
The mob did that.
Yep.
Now people are, no, that came from the mob. And what happened with the mob? They, you know what I mean, folded. Some of them started folding. Why? I'm gonna tell you why.
Started killing each other.
Because the streets start showing them, you're not the streets.
Right.
I'm the streets.
Right.
You can't do what I do. You can't come in my house and tell me that how you wanna run this situation.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And the streets will run you down. You see it, the crackers, dope fiends, this. When we came into the game, it's like I believe the mob. Not trying to say we was like the mob. Or everybody that want to play the game. When they came into the game, they didn't realize the streets don't love you back. They never love you back. The streets don't have no area. Listen, the streets is the streets, man. When you hit them streets, when you came on that block, believe me, there was a block before that. You don't think snitching happened on that block? You don't think drugs happened on that block? Stick-ups happened on that block? You just think that you You just developed
I'm into this block. Right.
You just think you came up with this. This was going on before you even got here. See what I'm saying? And it shows and proof down the line. You make a code to what? Satisfy yourself. So it won't happen to you. A lot of people don't want people to snitch on rock because they don't want nobody to tell on them, to tell their secrets of what they doing. You see what I'm saying? Sneaky ass shit you doing.
Okay.
Or if they tell this, I'm gonna be what? Exposed. Now everybody gonna know who I truly am. You understand what I'm saying?
Right,
I'm a no good motherfucker.
Right.
Okay. So that's snitching, right? No snitching. Right?
No, that's why nobody wanted nobody to tell them, not to record it. Right?
What?
You just didn't want people to know you was a low down son of a motherfucker.
Yeah. So that's on snitching. So what I'm saying is,
But no, let me explain something to you.
yeah.
But you can't blame yourself for doing that because you don't want the consequences. So you're gonna try to alleviate anything that can get these consequences that you know you could get.
Right.
So if you get a mob, yo, I don't want no snitching. Everything you telling them is try to alleviate from what you know if you get caught, the consequences. Then as you go on, you start finding out, okay, he told them that I told him. So now what he do? He gets somebody else to tell him he don't even come outside no more. Right?
And that's what I was just saying.
You understand?
About what the thing.
See how they try to, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
yeah.
if you remember, when you go all the way back, right? I go back to when I was a kid, right? I come upstairs. Yo, mom, man, I seen FaZe in them. I said, what you seen FaZe in them doing? I said, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Don't come up in here
Yeah.
telling me nothing about
Even before that, shit, telling on your brother and your sister.
See what I'm saying?
Right, so I agree with you, right?
It could come from
I got
your
a question.
household.
Right, I got a question. Off the snitching, far as snitching, I just feel like we need to tell the children when they get incarcerated or locked up, all they got to do is prove that they didn't do it. That's all you have to do. Especially if you know who did it, all you got to do is prove that you didn't do it. You ain't got to implicate nobody's name. Just prove that you didn't do it.
Listen, you're dealing with your ops now. You're not dealing with just your people.
Let me ask you.
You're dealing with somebody that's scientifically, psychologically a little smarter than you.
Now you see now, you done fucked up, you know that, don't you?
They go to school for all that shit. They go in classes. They
You talking about law enforcement?
law enforcement.
Right.
So with you coming in with that street bullshit, they waiting for you.
Yeah.
So, what happened?
Yeah.
Your man said, how many times they got tricked by they telling them? Your man just told us.
Right.
And you, wait a minute, no, he couldn't have told you that. I'm telling you, he didn't tell you that. That's crazy. How would you do that?
But again,
No, I thought.
No, so, you know what I'm saying? That you done fucked up now, you know that, don't you?
Yeah,
You know you done fucked up, don't you?
that's the type of stuff we got to teach our children, right? But that's not the question. The question is,
No,
because I
I
had a
want-
conversation with
we
somebody,
just
right?
talking about
I had a conversation about with somebody, and they were saying, oh, because they from Harlem, and they were saying it was a code of the streets. And I was like, my point of view was the crack era knocked that code out. But they were saying it was a code. Now, some people say, like I heard somebody recently say, we had a code, no women, no children.
There was a lot of that too.
Right. No women, not involving no women, no children. So isn't that a form of code?
Yeah.
Street code?
Yeah.
But who started breaking that? The
Right.
gangsters. Who started breaking all these codes?
Was broken. The crack ever broke
Right.
everything.
No, not even that. Yeah, but the crack,
The crack
definitely
ever
had
broke everything.
emphasis
Right,
on
yeah,
that.
on a lot of shit.
But if
Yeah.
you look at all the way back,
No.
the same codes, somebody figured that shit out. They said, this shit ain't working. This motherfucker talking about giving me 39 years. This nigga going, and he talking about, yo, I'll send you a package. Fuck you talking about?
All right, so what else we talking about?
Send me a what?
What else we talking about? What else? Anything else?
You send me a bitch, you motherfucker.
It's the code.